There was a time when the internet promised freedom. One login, one subscription, every show, every song, every story, all within reach, all in one place. But that dream has fractured. Today, streaming feels less like liberation and more like 100 tiny prisons, each charging rent. And somewhere in the shadows, an old outlaw has returned. Piracy? Not the kind with eye patches and chips, but the kind that quietly, relentlessly beats billion-dollar corporations at their own game. And that's exactly why people keep turning to piracy. It started with hope. Back in the early 2000s, Netflix and Spotify changed everything. One monthly fee, no ads, no scams, just simplicity. For the first time, millions of people stopped pirating altogether. Because streaming worked, it was cheaper, faster, and honestly, easier than piracy ever was. Netflix charged just $7.99 a month. Spotify was practically free with ads. The promise was clear. No more torrents, no more hassle, just hit play. But somewhere along the way, the system broke. Studios got greedy. Licensing wars began. Suddenly, that one Netflix subscription wasn't enough. Disney pulled out, HBO pulled out, Paramount, Peacock, Apple, Amazon. Everyone wanted their own kingdom, and the result was complete chaos. Everything started falling apart faster than anyone expected. Instead of one door to everything, there are now 20 doors, each locked behind a separate paywall. And slowly, the ordinary users, the everyday people who visit the platform, simply walked away. They turned back to the internet's oldest open secret. Piracy never truly died, it simply evolved. In the early 2000s, it was LimeWire, Napster, BitTorrent. You downloaded, you seeded, you hoped it wasn't a virus. Today, piracy has gone sleek and seamless. It's streaming-based, no downloads, no risk. A website or Telegram link can stream any movie, any show in seconds. And here's the shocking part. The numbers don't lie. In 2020, piracy sites got around 130 billion visits. By 2024, that number had exploded to 216 billion. That's not a niche, that's a movement. In India, over half the online population pirates content. Across Asia, nearly 60% do. Even in the US, 1 in 3 people admits to pirating movies or shows. Piracy isn't underground anymore, it's mainstream. Now, let's talk about the part everyone cares about, the money. Streaming was supposed to save the entertainment industry. Instead, it created a subscription maze that's become unsustainable for both users and companies. In Europe, the average household now spends around 700 euros a year on streaming services. In the US, it's about $42 a month, almost as much as cable used to cost. And the surprising part is, traditional cable was actually simpler. Now you need 5 apps to watch 5 shows. And even after paying, you're still getting ads. Netflix, Disney Plus, and Amazon all charge premium prices, yet they still sneak ads into ad-free tiers. Content vanishes overnight due to licensing issues. Region locks prevent viewers from accessing what they paid for. A show you loved yesterday might be gone tomorrow. And when the same show costs $70 to rent on Amazon, pirates stream it free instantly without buffering. To many, piracy doesn't feel like stealing anymore. It feels like common sense. They call it subscription fatigue, the moment when consumers stop caring who owns what because they're simply exhausted. Too many apps, too many logins, too many monthly charges for content that never feels yours. A survey in the US found that nearly 30% of users feel overwhelmed by how fragmented streaming has become. People wanted simplicity. Instead, they got confusion wrapped in corporate greed. And as one critic put it, if buying isn't owning, then piracy isn't stealing. That quote spread like wildfire because deep down, millions agreed. This is where it gets complicated. To Hollywood, piracy is theft. It's the enemy that costs billions, destroys jobs, and kills creativity. But to millions of users, piracy is no longer crime. It's rebellion. A YouGov study revealed that 34% of pirates say they do it because content isn't available legally. Another 33% say it's simply too expensive. And the culture reflects this. On TikTok and YouTube, influencers openly share piracy hacks. Reddit threads list the best unofficial streaming sites. Even memes mock the streaming giants. Piracy has become a symbol, a form of digital civil disobedience. It's no longer about stealing from corporations, it's about resisting them. Filmmakers have noticed too. Directors like Christopher Nolan and Denis Villeneuve have openly criticized the streaming industry's greed. Nolan called the shift to at-home premieres a betrayal of cinema, while Villeneuve said it reduced filmmaking to mere content. They argue that the system exploits both creators and audiences, and for many, piracy feels less like breaking rules and more like breaking free. Piracy has a strange duality. It hurts industries, yet it also builds them. In the 1980s, Hollywood movies spread across Asia through bootleg VHS tapes. In the 2000s, anime and K-dramas went global because of fan subs and torrents. What studios saw as piracy, fans saw as passion. Even today, leaks and fan uploads can act as free marketing. A pirated show trending on Telegram often becomes a hit once it lands officially. Piracy spreads culture faster than any algorithm ever could. Of course, the losses are real. In the United States alone, the film and TV industry lost over $10 billion to piracy in 2023. Globally, those losses are projected to soar past $113 billion a year by 2027, a number that terrifies every studio executive in Hollywood. But numbers can't tell the whole story. Piracy is also a reflection, a mirror showing what audiences truly want: freedom, affordability, access without borders. Governments tried everything: DRM, site bans, lawsuits. None of it worked. Every time a piracy site is blocked, 10 more appear. Every time DRM tightens, someone cracks it within days. VPNs made geo-restrictions irrelevant. Telegram channels distribute entire libraries. And now, AI has entered the game. AI tools can auto-dub movies into multiple languages. They can generate subtitles instantly. They can even remove watermarks or compress 4K video for faster streaming. Piracy has become an adaptive organism, and no matter how powerful the streaming giants get, the pirates always seem one step ahead. But maybe, just maybe, there's another way. What if streaming didn't fight piracy, but learned from it? Imagine a Steam for streaming, where you buy a show once and it's yours forever. Or one universal platform where all studios share access, and users pay a single fair fee. In surveys, 70% of users say they'd switch to legal platforms if they were cheaper, bundled, or ad-supported. Piracy wins because it's simple. Streaming can win again, if it remembers that simplicity. In the end, piracy isn't about theft. It's about frustration. People pirate when they feel ignored, overcharged, or locked out. They don't wake up wanting to steal, they just want to watch, to listen, to connect. Streaming promised freedom, but it delivered fragmentation. Until that changes, piracy will remain what it's become in 2025. Not a crime of greed, but a protest of principle. Piracy isn't winning because it's free. It's winning because it feels fair. It gives people back control in a digital world that keeps taking it away. Streaming giants built empires on convenience and trust. Now, they've lost both. Maybe piracy was never the real villain. Maybe it was just the first warning sign that people were tired of paying for a system that stopped caring about them. Because when control replaces creativity, even the giants start to fall. And that's exactly what happened to Netflix, a company that once valued stories but chose algorithms over art, quantity over quality, and greed over greatness. Once upon a time, Netflix was unstoppable. Now it's bleeding subscribers, drowning in debt, and the cracks begin to show. Click here to watch, and I'll see you there.